Are you looking to get into some interesting and easily digestible science books? Because I have some recommendations. Starting off, we have the Zoologist's Guide to the Galaxy. But this is about more speculative biology and, basically what alien life theoretically would look like on other planets once it's been discovered. And it goes through all, physiology and, environmental factors that lead to life being kind of how it is. And so it's just very, what if there was alien life? What would it look like? And I found it very interesting. There's the What If books by the same guy who does the XCKD or XSCAT, I don't know how you pronounce it, but those comments that are absolutely hilarious. It's basically people asking weird random questions and him answering them in the best way that he can, and it's absolutely hilarious. There's actually 2 of these, but I only have the first one, but it's very funny. There's the Anthropocene Reviewed by our friend John Green, who's pretty active on here. Basically just him going into detail about a bunch of random topics and kind of rating them. Everything from Staph aureus to the internet, so just very all over the place, and it's just a vibe. We have How to Invent Everything, a travel guide for the stranded time traveler. Again, it's hilarious. Basically, it goes into the history of a lot of very important inventions and how they came about, and how if you were a time traveler stranded back in time, how you could also invent those things, from everything like the water wheel to fucking hydrochloric acid. So again, very fun, very easy to read. This is one of my favorites, Gory Details. It basically goes into a bunch of stuff that people think are gross or creepy or weird. It goes into detail, cockroaches and maggots and rigor mortis and stuff. All of that very interesting stuff that people are a little bit creeped out by. Also, the title glows in the dark. Got Sapiens, a brief history of humankind, and also actually the second one in the series, Homo Deus, which I have not read yet. I'm going to get there eventually. But basically, like it says, brief history of humankind, goes into all the hominid ancestors all the way up into modern times when it was wrote. I can't remember exactly which year it was written in. Actually, my cousin recommended this to me, and thank you, it's very good. I've read it 2.5 times. This one is a little bit heavier, a little bit harder to get into, but still very interesting. We have Weird Earth. Basically, this is a conspiracy theory debunking book that is concerned with conspiracy theories about the Earth. So, crystals and ley lines and flat Earth and all of that. It's very interesting. It kind of goes into the psychology behind why people believe those theories and then thoroughly debunks them. We've got The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. I will admit, the book has gone through it a little bit since I got it. I accidentally spilled water on it while I was watering one of my plants, and it was on the coffee table. Oops. Again, this one's a little bit heavier, harder to read, because the language used is old and very scientific. This was written for the academics of the time period, so it references a lot of things that the average person wouldn't really know about, but it's still very interesting, and I'm enjoying it. The other one that I am currently in the process of reading is Quantum Bullshit. It's more on the physics side, if you're interested in that. It talks about a bunch of physics things and how to tell pseudoscience physics from actual physics. Honorable mention to Owls of the World. I read this probably front to back 8 times when I was a child, so that should say something about me. But very nice, lots of very nice pictures, lots of very nice info, lots of very nice owls. That's the books that I have read on this topic. I guess come back for part 2 where I'll talk about the books I have not read yet, but I have and I'm very excited to read.